In this video, we'll watch the interrogation of a mother, Brittany Gosney, who attempted to abandon her 3 young children. Tragically, the situation took a devastating turn, leading to the death of one child, after which the mother tried to cover up her involvement. On February 26, 2021, Gosney, under pressure from her boyfriend James Hamilton, decided to leave her 3 children, all under the age of 10, behind at a park on a cold winter night. As she drove away, 6-year-old James tried to get back into the van, but became caught and was dragged under the vehicle. Realizing what had happened, Gosney returned to the scene, where she found James lying on the ground while his siblings screamed in distress. While Gosney went to the bathroom, Hamilton tried to perform CPR, but it was too late. They brought the child's body back to their home and, 2 days later, wrapped it with a brick and disposed of it in the Ohio River.
A-N-Y. Is that A-N-Y at the end?
It is now. Alright. What's your last name?
Gosney, G-O-S-N-E-Y.
What's your date of birth?
2/5/92.
And your social? Alright, so, tell me what's going on, what happened? I'm Detective Hoover, okay? They called me and my partner out for anything to do with children, missing children, children that have been abused, whatever. That's what me and one other guy do here at the PD, okay? So, this is real important, this part, is you have to be 100% honest with me with everything, okay? Because we don't have this, we're missing a 6-year-old little boy. And we're trying to figure out where he's at. I got to make sure he's safe, okay? So, you know, your cooperation goes a long, long way, okay? But you have to be honest with me with everything, no matter what the circumstances are, okay? So, you can remove your mask if you would, if you don't care. Do you care to take off your mask? Okay.
As long as you don't have COVID.
I don't. Do you?
No.
Then we're good. Okay. So, what happened? What time did you guys go to bed last night?
Well, the kids go to bed at 9.
Okay.
And we normally go to bed at 10.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I knew, I told them all it was 9 o'clock, time for bed.
Mm-hmm.
So they all went upstairs to their rooms. And I went upstairs a little bit later to see if they were asleep.
Sure.
And they were all asleep. So then that's when I came down, waited a couple minutes just to see if they might have come downstairs or something, and then I went to bed.
Okay. What time did you get up this morning?
He woke me up at 8.
He woke you up at 8. Did he wake you up any time before that to say that James was missing?
Not that I remember. He
Okay.
said he tried to wake me up several times, but
But you don't
I'm on
remember?
medicine, so
What kind of medicine do you take?
I take anxiety meds.
Okay. I do too. So, what's it called? What do you take?
Hydroxyzine
Mhm.
3 times a day, and I take this blue pill. I don't know what the blue pill's called.
Okay.
At nighttime.
This is where I need you to be honest with me. It is what it is, okay? Do you use any other type of narcotics, drugs, illegal drugs, or anything? Do you smoke weed? Do you?
No.
Okay. You don't use heroin. You don't use
No, I've had family members that
Meth,
passed away from
anything.
that stuff, and
okay. Do you
that
know?
pushes me away. So.
Do you know if your boyfriend does? Does he use any type of dope at all? Not that you know of. Well, you would know more than anybody. That's what I'm asking. You're not going to get him in any trouble. I just need to know if you're being honest with me. That's what I'm trying to feel.
I mean, I've never seen it. I mean, we smoke cigarettes.
I'm not talking about that. I said drugs, illegal drugs. Of course, a lot of people smoke cigarettes. A lot of people smoke weed. A lot of people use
I mean,
heroin.
he smokes weed, but
Okay.
that's the only thing I know of.
Okay, that's all
I
I'm
don't know if
asking.
he does anything else.
Okay, you don't need to protect him. I'm getting a feel for you, if you're going to be honest. I just need you to be honest with me, honestly. Don't overread into any of my questions, okay? I promise you. So he wakes you up at 8 and tells you what? Or do you wake up on your own at 8, or does he wake you up at 8?
Well, he woke me up, and because he went looking around first, he said he had come in there several times before
Mm-hmm.
to try to wake me up. And he said I didn't respond to any time went outside and looked around, went through all the rooms, the closets, and all that, and he couldn't find him anywhere. So then, the next thing he thought to do was just go around a couple blocks,
Mm-hmm.
see if he might be close by.
Did he walk there, or did he drive there, or what did he do for that part?
He drove around.
Okay.
But he came back and woke me up, and he was like, you know James is gone? I was like, what? And I was like, no, I thought he was upstairs asleep. And I even woke up the brother and sister, maybe thinking they might have seen him up, about, moving around or something, and they said they didn't hear nothing, they didn't see him.
So the baby's name is James Hutchinson?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's his date of birth?
6/30/14. He's a baby, so
Right.
I'm kind of worried about him.
Well, sure. Yeah, I'll be more than time to, huh? So tell me what kind of kid he is.
He has ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
He struggles real bad in school. He struggles to pay attention. Otherwise than that, like in school and stuff, they said he's good in school. He tries to focus.
He's physically healthy, no
Yeah.
health issues.
No.
Oh, great. Good. Good boy at home?
Yeah.
Pretty good boy. How do you guys discipline him when he does?
Stand him in the corner.
I spank my kids. My kids are grown now, but I did spank my kids. There's nothing wrong with that. Do you spank them? Do you just ground them? Do you take stuff from them?
Well, my son with the red hair, Lucas, he likes playing like video games and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the baby doesn't really know how to work the controller and stuff. He tries, but we just make him stand in a corner just for like a little bit to make him know that you ain't supposed to do that.
Is James in school yet?
Yes, he's in first grade.
He's in first grade. Where does he go to school?
Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks. Okay. When's the last time he was in school?
Well, it's every Monday and Tuesday, so he was in school last Tuesday.
Okay. So he goes 2 days a week, Mondays and Tuesdays, down at Rosa Parks.
Yeah.
Okay. But you're saying other than that, he's a pretty good kid. As far as like behaviorally, he's a 6-year-old, so I know 6-year-olds.
He has his little fits here and there, his tantrums. I just overlook it.
Right.
Because, that's the only thing you can do. Because, the other ones have the same thing, or they like to throw themselves down to the floor,
Right.
or stomping, or something like that. But other than that, he's a pretty good kid.
What's the address on Crawford there?
507 Crawford.
507. And how long have you guys lived there?
We just moved in there.
You just yesterday, a week ago, 2 weeks?
The beginning of the month.
The beginning of the month, okay. So beginning of February.
Yes.
So about 3 or 4 weeks, 4
Yeah.
weeks-ish. Okay. In the room that James sleeps in, there's a pillow in there, and there's like some scratches on the floor. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know. It looks like maybe with a toy, maybe, or something like that.
The kids play upstairs in the room.
Have you ever noticed those scratches before? Do you know what I'm talking about when I say that? You do not?
No, I don't. It
Okay.
could have been there when we moved in.
Yeah, sure. I didn't know if you paid attention to that.
I didn't really look at the floors.
Okay. Do you have mattresses for the kids or anything like
No,
that?
we've been trying to get some.
Okay.
I've been calling around asking for furniture vouchers, and everywhere around here is not helping with that right now.
Where do you work at?
I don't work. I'm a stay-at-home mom.
Okay, and where does James work at?
With the landlord.
So he does odd jobs like that, like cleaning up stuff, or?
He does
fixing?
electric.
Oh, okay, good. That's a good trade to have.
So
Really good trade to have. You can make some money then.
yeah, he's trying to work on getting his like the degree or whatever.
Certificate of it, yeah.
And so he can actually start doing actual work, like major work, so he can get more paid.
Right. What time did James say that he first noticed James missing, the 6-year-old missing?
Well, I don't know what time he exactly got up, but he normally, every day normally he gets up around 4, anywhere from 4 to 5, maybe sometimes a little later, but other than that, because he's used to early morning work, I normally sleep in until about 8, or later. I know just like a couple days ago I slept till 12.
Right. Has James ever been missing before?
He was missing once before.
How long ago was that?
I want to say it was the first of the month, but it could have been later than that, but I know it was sometime this month.
From that house?
Yes.
So he was missing once before from that house, and how long was he gone for?
I don't know when he was outside, but we found out he found him at the you know how there's basement stairs? Well, he found him at the bottom of the basement stairs. I don't know what he was doing, but...
Is there only one way to get into your basement?
Yeah.
That's from the outside? Okay. Is it a big door that you have to pull open, or what is it?
Well, you'd have to have a key to get in there, so...
So you start locking it after that?
Yes. That's probably why he didn't try that route.
Right. So how long do you think he was gone then? That you just get a few minutes, or an hour?
I honestly don't have a clue.
Okay. And where did you meet James at Hamilton?
At his ex-wife's house.
How'd that turn out?
Well, I was with somebody else at the time, and basically we were homeless. And I've known him for several years.
You've known James for 7 years?
Several.
Okay.
And I figured since we was homeless, call him up, see, hey, can we move in till we find something else, get situated or whatever. And he said, yeah, that's fine, we'll come get you guys. So he came, got us, and we lived there for, I want to say like 2 or 3 months or later, more. And then husband and wife had a big argument, and they had a big argument or whatever, and he found out she was cheating on him, and a whole bunch of crazy nonsense. I didn't want to get involved. I was like, okay. So I try to stay out of their business. But
how long have you guys been romantically involved?
For almost a year.
For almost a year. And then you just moved in together for the first time? Or were you living once they started arguing and all that, neither one of us had a place to live. So we went to the hotel in Dayton, because we was trying to find cheap hotels we can afford. So that was the cheapest one we could find, so we just went and got a motel until we was able to save up enough money to get our own place, and we were just now able to get our own place. Okay. Now, did you guys live next door there for a while?
No, him and his ex-wife
lived there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys were staying in hotels here and there, and then finally got this place last month, or beginning of February. I got you. All right. You only had the 3 children?
Yes.
Okay. Are you in love with James? Okay. All right. How does James discipline the children?
Same thing I do, make them stand in the corner for a couple minutes.
All right. Where do you think your child is now? Any idea?
I have no idea.
Okay. And he's 6. And his date of birth was in June. So he'll be 7 here in June. I got you.
The fact that a 6-year-old has been missing at least once before is definitely a red flag. While it's not out of the bounds of possibility to have an innocent explanation, it's unusual enough to warrant a closer inspection for neglect at the very least.
Yeah, the middle sons, they're both like a month and some odd days and a year apart.
Let me get the other two children's names.
And they have both of them have the same last name as me.
The 7?
Yes.
What's his date of birth?
7/21/13.
And the girl? That's my little girl's name. And she is how old?
She's getting ready to be 10 in October.
So she's 9. What's her date of birth?
10/19/2011. And they all go to the same school.
Rosa Parks?
Mm-hmm. They're not really liking this COVID stuff and having to do their work on the computer. They're used to their teacher trying to help them out. I try my best to help them out, but
Well,
anytime I have a question about their work, I try to contact the teacher when I think they're not busy, because they keep changing the days of they go by the initials of your last name. So mine goes Monday and Tuesday, and then the other kids that have different last names they used to go Thursday and Friday, now they put it to Wednesday, Thursday.
so everybody gets 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we have they normally have remote learning on Wednesday, and now they just switched it up to Friday. So.
Okay. All right. So I've been a policeman for 27 years. I've been assigned to detectives about 10 years. I've interviewed a lot of people, hundreds and hundreds of people over my career.
I was just watching on the news for like last month of them trying to look for this little boy.
Well, I'll find him. Okay. I'm really good at my job, so I'm going to find your boy. Okay. And my partner's really good at his job, so that's what we do. We won't leave here until we find this boy. I need you to be, if you think of anything you need to talk to me about, and I need you to make sure you tell me, okay? If you're protecting yourself because maybe something went awry and the boy's hurt, then I need to know that kind of stuff. If you're protecting James, your boyfriend, from something he may have done accidentally, then I need to know that. I'm going to ask you to take a polygraph exam. Do you know what that is? It's a lie detector test, okay? And because there's something going on here. Something's not right here. I've done this, like I said, I've interviewed hundreds of people over my career, and, people get scared. They get themselves backed into a corner, and they don't know what to do. And my job is to help them through that, because sometimes it is what it is. It's something happened, and parents freak out and, don't know what to do, okay? So my job is I'm going to go talk to James here in a few minutes, and I'm sure he's going to tell me a little bit different story, okay? Because that's what I get. That's what I find when people aren't telling me the whole truth about everything. You can help yourself out tremendously if you know anything about anything that happened, because if I prove otherwise, that you didn't tell me the whole truth, then that doesn't look good for you, okay? That's not going to be good. If you're forthcoming with me now, I can deal with whatever happened. I can deal with whatever, and we can go through that together, okay? But I need you to be honest with me about everything, because I'm going to find what happened. I'm good at my job, and I'm going to find what happened to this little boy. So is anything else? Before I walk out of here, this is your opportunity to be 100% straight with me. I suspect James, or I got mad at the boy last night, and I spanked him and he took off out the door, or just anything weird is fine to tell me. You're not going to tell me anything that's going to surprise me, okay?
No, I mean...
Did you hurt your baby?
No.
Now, do you know...
I love my kids. I would never.
Okay. Do you know who hurt your baby?
No.
Do you know your baby's whereabouts right now? Okay. Do you suspect James is doing anything to your baby?
No.
Okay. You're 100% sure on that one?
Yeah, he loves him like the Rory do.
Okay.
The detective has stated point blank that he suspects something is going on, but he has also given her an out to confess or blame it entirely on her boyfriend. But like so many others, Gosney sticks to her story.
All right. Just hang tight. You want something to drink?
I need to use the bathroom.
I'll
I
let
ain't been able to use the bathroom.
You can do that, I'll let you do that. You want water, or Coke, or Mountain Dew, anything to drink, because I'm thirsty, that's why I'm asking.
I'm more worried about trying to find my babies.
Okay. All right, then hang tight for a few more minutes, okay? I got a polygraph guy coming in, okay, and he's gonna ask you the same questions pretty much that I asked you.
Okay.
If you know the whereabouts of your baby, or if you know what happened to James, okay? You know, before you go through that process, again, I'm gonna ask one more time, is there anything you need to tell me before I walk out of this room? Because I feel like there is. I feel like there's something you're holding back from me.
No, like, I can't remember exactly what time he woke me up.
No, I'm not worried about that. I understand that.
Or what time he was up, or what time.
Well, I'm a little confused that the baby's been missing since 4:30-ish, we'll say, okay? And we don't get the call till after 10 a.m. That's peculiar to me. You understand why? Do you see that?
Because it's a lot of hours.
That's a lot of hours. You're missing a 6-year-old or a first grader, and the police aren't called. So obviously that draws suspicion, okay?
Right.
You know.
I don't even know what time it is, so.
Well, it's probably 11-ish right now. I don't know what time exactly it is either. Probably 11:30, 12 o'clock by now, okay?
Let's see, last time it was 9 something.
Okay. Well, and then, you know, the police aren't called. The police aren't anything. Do you have a cell phone with you?
Yeah.
Can I see that?
And my sister's calling right now, so.
It's okay. What kind of cell phone is that?
It's through Boost.
Boost?
I don't know what kind of phone, I don't remember what kind of phone it is.
Boost Mobile?
Yeah.
What's the passcode on?
7128, I think.
7128?
He does all that, so you may want to double check with him.
I'll just check that.
Trying to figure out how to work it.
Yeah, my partner will do better than me. He does this stuff for a living, so I'll take it. 7128 though?
Yes.
All right.
You can double check with him and make sure. I'm not sure.
I can't stress to you enough that I'm very concerned, not only for your boy, okay, and I'm very concerned that there's something you're not telling me. Again, I read people really well, and I'm very concerned that you're going to let me walk out of here and not tell me something that you should have told me, okay? Again, if I find out differently, you could possibly be looking at criminal charges down the road if you're not telling me everything, okay? Because this is serious. I'm missing a 6-year-old boy. I hope he just ran off on his own, okay? But something's not clicking with me. Don't worry about that. Something's not clicking with me, okay?
It's just family trying to see if I'm okay and stuff like that, probably.
Yeah, okay.
Because they come in.
So the last time you saw your baby was 9 o'clock last night?
Yes.
And the baby's been missing since 4-ish, 4:30-ish, whatever. And nobody's called the police since 10, until 10, after 10.
We came here at 9 something, I believe it was.
I can tell you exact time, 10:16.
I really don't pay attention to time.
Okay. So was the 6-year-old get in trouble last night? You remember?
Sorry, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, he got in trouble for something. I remember what it was.
You don't remember what it was? Okay. What was the punishment last night? Corner?
I don't really like putting my hands on my kids.
That's okay. That's fine. Some people don't. I didn't have a problem with it. So, and I didn't, you know, spank on the butt is what I'm talking about, of course. But, the kid said something about, you guys, what'd you have for dinner last night?
They had pizza rolls and chips.
The kids did? Okay. They're telling me that James had gotten in trouble for something and that he wasn't given pizza rolls, but he was given bread instead because that was his punishment. You remember that?
No, we gave them like lunch meat sandwiches at lunchtime.
And then all three of them, you're saying, got pizza rolls last night? Why would the kids tell me that?
Gosney's delivery is weak. She can barely give a verbal answer, which makes it easier to believe her other two children.
It's my experience that the most truth you're going to get out of anybody is from a child. And both the, you know, I got a 6 and a 7 and an 8, 9-year-old or 8-year-old almost, or 9-year-old almost, that is telling me that he got in trouble, so he wasn't allowed to have, he had to miss dinner and given bread and something to drink instead. Why would they tell me that?
I don't know. They had bread. They had bread for lunch.
Okay.
I don't know if they kind of got lunch and dinner confused.
Okay, was he punished by not giving any type of food at some point yesterday? Maybe not dinner, but maybe lunch. Maybe that's what they're getting confused. But they had lunch meat sandwiches, you're saying, at noon, at lunch.
Yeah.
All
I
three
don't
of
never
them.
make them go without any meal. I
know that.
I'd rather go without before them.
I understand what you're saying. I was trying to figure out what they're talking about, what the kids are talking about.
I have no idea.
Okay. Is James, your boyfriend, that's what I'm talking about now, has he ever hit you?
No.
Put hands on you?
No.
Have you ever seen him put hands on the kids?
No.
What was the needle that we found down at there was a needle found at the side door where it supposedly was unlocked or locked or something like that, but you know anything about that? So do you use needles for any of your medication?
No, there's, the people next door does drugs.
Okay, so maybe it was from one of them, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen?
We always see a whole bunch of people just walking in through the.
Oh, yeah.
Cutting through basically.
Yeah. Have you ever seen James, you had any needles? Okay. Kids are here.
Oh.
That's what you're hearing.
They're probably worried about, where's my mom? Where's my mom?
Yeah, actually your neighbor come over.
Rick.
Rick. Nice guy. Super nice. I think he's a nice guy. I don't know him like you do, but.
Well, I don't really know him either. He's known him longer than me. I just met him when we moved in there.
So, you said something about James does work, like doing electrical work for houses?
Yes.
Like rentals, I would assume?
Yes.
Alright.
Like he gets them ready.
Who does he work for?
Taylor. That's the only thing I know his name is Taylor.
And was Taylor just giving the keys of these, are they all vacant, I would assume?
I'm not
Do they
sure.
go clean them out? What do they do? Do you know?
I know when they put people out and they get evicted and they sit people's stuff out, I don't know if they sit it out, put it in the dumpster, I don't know what they do. I've never been with him on a job or any of that, so.
Okay.
I really don't know much.
Does he have like keys to the house? James, does he have keys to the houses and stuff? I guess that he works for? Did he ever come in with a bunch, you would know, does he come in with a bunch of keys or?
He's always had the same key that he's had.
But nothing like extra keys that you
No.
heard of? Got it. Basically, I'm waiting for my guy to come here. He's gonna do the polygraph for me, and we'll just kind of go from there.
Gosney is visibly uncomfortable when there is a question about her boyfriend's drug use. She isn't a good enough liar, to be able to firmly deny it, but she has to know she doesn't come across as believable. At the very least, the polygraph results should be interesting.
I got guys out canvassing the neighborhood, so we're actively looking for James.
Okay.
Little James is what I call him now because I got Big James in there.
It's
So-
confusing, I understand.
So we're looking for James now. Don't think we're just sitting here talking to you. I got a bunch of people out doing that.
I was going to say, is anybody even out there looking for him?
Yes, 100%.
Because I'm sure brother and sisters worry about their
Yes,
little
yeah.
brother.
Right. Right. Your daughter also said sometimes Big James doesn't get along with Little James. What would she mean by that?
I have no idea.
Does Little James get any more or less trouble than the other two?
They all get in
Right.
about the same.
They're all close to the same age. They all, yeah, okay. So now,
I mean, my daughter, for instance, when she went to school, threatened to stab somebody.
right.
I had when she came home that day, because the teacher pulled me to the side
Oh,
with
yeah.
dismissal, and he was like, have you ever heard of your daughter threatening anybody at any time in her life, in school, anything? And I was like, no.
Okay.
Because I don't know where she would have got that from.
Right.
They said that she could have heard it from her little friends talking about knives or something.
Okay. All right.
I know James does like being mean to them, so
Like,
hitting them, taking their toy away.
all Little James.
Yes, not
Okay.
that.
I got you.
How about I just say my son?
Yeah, that'll work. All right. So, I'm talking to James, and he's telling us he's coming around. So, this is the deal. Can you reading right? Can you read?
I can read somewhere out, or some words like it's like big words I can't understand.
Okay. I'm going to read this to you. What you don't understand, I'll explain it to you. Does that sound good? It says, warning, I am a police officer. I want you to have the right to remain silent. They say can will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to consult with a lawyer before and during any questioning and have lawyer present while you're being questioned. That if you cannot afford a lawyer, won't be appointed to you free before any questioning, and you can stop talking to me or any other police officer at any time during questioning. Do you understand that? Meaning that I'm not forcing you to talk to me. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with your baby. Okay? Flip that card over. Do you understand that? Okay.
Sorry, I've just never been through
No,
one of
that's
that
all right.
before.
I need you to print your name right here saying you understand that, and then the date and time.
You said print?
Yeah.
Are the kids okay?
Yeah. We're out there eating food. Junk food, sorry. That's all we got here.
Hey, it's something, huh?
Yep. Today is February 28th.
Start right February, or just
Just-
AB?
2/28 is fine. Of 21. And the time is 1:11 p.m.
PM?
Yes. Thank you. All right, so James is telling a little different story. All right, so this is what I need to know. In the middle of the night last night, okay, you went upstairs and you picked James up out of his room, and you went downstairs where your boyfriend was at. Tell me, and I'm not going to go into everything James has told me, okay, because I'm still looking for you to be honest with me, okay? Tell me about that. Tell me what happened after you picked him up out of the room and went downstairs.
I said, I don't remember picking him up, taking him downstairs.
You don't remember anything about picking him up, taking him downstairs in the middle of the night? James is pushing this off on you. Okay, I'm going to be real upfront with you about this at this point.
The detective is trying to break Gosney down. If she thinks her boyfriend is turning on her, she's more likely to give information in an effort to implicate him. While it may not be the whole story, it will be something for the police to go on. Some cases have to be pieced together, tiny scraps at a time. It is tedious, but it gets results.
Okay, so you need to be very smart, and honesty goes a long, long way with me, and if there's any criminal charges in the future, honesty goes a long way, okay? I'm getting a story that is totally different than what you've told me, and I don't know why James is telling me that, but that's what he's telling me. Okay, that's part of what he's telling me. Okay, he's wanting more detail than that. Okay, but I'm not going to share that with you. I need to know what happened last night with your boy, your 6-year-old, or this morning, early this morning, in the middle of the night, whatever.
I know he said that he had a nightmare.
The 6-year-old?
Yeah, but I didn't carry him downstairs or anything.
Okay, who carried him down the steps?
He walked down the steps.
He walked down the steps in the middle of the night? About what time was that?
I couldn't tell you. I didn't pay attention to the time.
No, it was in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I was more worried about what was wrong with him.
What does that mean?
Like what?
Why he was downstairs?
Why was he downstairs? Why was he awake? What was bothering him? Did he feel sick? Or he had to use the bathroom?
Okay, so he's downstairs, and what does he say to you?
Me had a nightmare.
Okay, in those words? Okay. So, me had a nightmare. What did you do? What was the next thing you did?
Just try to sit there and...
Where did he come to? The living room?
No, he went in there and woke me up.
In the bed?
Yeah.
And was James in bed with you at the time?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
He come in there and said, "Mommy," I don't know how many times he's probably said my name. I'm a deep sleeper.
Okay.
But I was rolling over and I heard "Mommy, Mommy." At first I thought I was just hearing things, and then something told me, like, maybe I'm not hearing things. So I opened my eyes and he said, "Mommy, we had a nightmare." Or, "Mommy, we see a shadow." I was like, "What shadow?" He said, "I don't know, they're white." I was like, he's like, "Do you know what it is?" I said, "I don't know." And then he said he couldn't really sleep. Couldn't tell me what he was dreaming about or his nightmare was. He was scared.
And then what did he do? Or what did you do then?
I just kind of comfort him.
Console him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how did you do that?
Just hold him and tell him it's okay.
Okay, and then what did he do after you were done doing that?
I believe I was just kept asking him if he was okay.
Did he sleep with you the rest of the night, or what?
I told him if he wanted to go back up to his room, he could. Or if he wanted to sleep downstairs. Well, since we moved into this new house, it's kind of new surrounding to them all. So every once in a while they'll sleep upstairs, but then they like to sleep downstairs. I'm guessing because it's more comfortable with Mom downstairs.
Right.
They normally sleep in the living room. Well, not normally, but...
Right, I got you.
When they have a bad night or whatever case may be, they sleep downstairs. I allow it because, I mean, I would want them to let them feel like comfort that I'm closer to them instead of all the way upstairs. So, I told them, wait, if you don't want to go upstairs to your room to sleep, let me go upstairs to get the bedding, because we don't have mattresses and stuff so he can lay down. So I went upstairs and grabbed his bedding because he said he was still kind of scared to even go upstairs, which I couldn't understand if you're having nightmares, thought you seen something. So I went upstairs. I told him, look, I'll be right back. Nothing's going to happen to me. I'll be right back. I'm going to go.
So you're downstairs in your room at this point?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go upstairs.
So I went upstairs to grab his bedding. And I told him I laid it out next to the other two because for some reason they wanted to sleep downstairs. But they get up early in the morning to go upstairs, play, stuff normal kids would do.
Gosney is barely able to answer direct questions, but she can give a detailed description of what supposedly happened that night. It's been said that the most effective lie contains a grain of truth. This may have happened earlier, or Gosney may be using something that happened on a completely different night.
That way they try to let me have some sleep. Plus they're used to getting up, going to school and stuff like that. But I went upstairs, grabbed his bedding, brought it back downstairs, and laid it with the other two, so he felt that I'm in the next room.
With the other two?
The kids.
The two kids were already downstairs?
No, they were upstairs.
Okay.
And somehow or another, I don't know how they got downstairs. But I woke up when I seen James kept yelling, Mom, Mom, Mom. And it looked like he was scared to even use the bathroom. Because he was, you know how boys hold her. He was holding himself, and he said, Mom, can you please take me to the bathroom? I was like, yeah, I'll go with you to the bathroom. I'm not going in the bathroom, but I'll stand by the bathroom door. Because I don't want him to feel like I'm messing with them or any of that. Well, he used to joke around with me all the time, the kid. He used to joke around all the time with me and say, Mom, you're looking at my pee bird. I'm like, dude, all I'm doing is washing it. So I told him, does he feel, because normally he can't really pee in front of me. I'm guessing because he thinks I'm standing there watching him. So I'm like, do you want me to stand in here with you or stand outside the door? He said, just stand outside the door, Mom. So I just stood outside. Well, I don't know if you've been in our house yet. The little room that's supposed to be a laundry room, we just got the washer and dryer in there. I stood right there. The door was wide open. We got that little night light that's in the bathroom. That way they don't try to help them not be scared to go use the bathroom. But I told them I'll stand right here at the door, and I told them the night light's on, that way we don't wake nobody else up. And
so you're saying, and what's your other boy's name? We're already downstairs.
Yes.
Were they on the couch or were they on the floor?
they were laying on the floor.
Okay, so they were already downstairs.
I don't know if they had the same issue. I don't know. They were already downstairs.
Okay.
But they were all upstairs sleeping in their individual rooms. But sometimes the boys kind of like sleep together. I don't know, because I guess they feel more safe. Because, I mean, we've been in hotel rooms and living with other people, and they're not used to each. Well, the little girl's used to having her room because she's a little girl, but the boys ain't used to being apart. They're used to sharing a room.
So when you put them to bed last night, they were all upstairs?
Yes.
And
I even went up there.
Do the two boys have different rooms? Or do they share a room?
Well, I leave their bags of clothes in the one room because I tell them if they want their own room, because there's 3 bedrooms upstairs. I told them if they want their own room, then that's fine. But if you don't feel safe or comfortable, you can sleep in your brother's room, but you cannot sleep in your sister's room.
So he gets done going pee, and then what?
We went in there, I turned cartoons on.
And you've already been upstairs by now and got his bedding?
Yes.
Okay.
I
What
went,
is his bedding?
a blanket that lays on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
another blanket to cover up with, and a pillow.
Okay.
So I went upstairs, came back down. I turned, because he was like, Mom, can you turn something on so we can see? And I turned the TV on, that way waking everybody up in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So I turned the TV on. He asked, Mom, can you put cartoons on? I put cartoons on for him. Because they like, when they're doing their schoolwork at school, they do their work. I don't know if your kids get on YouTube and watch all these SpongeBob and all that. They get on YouTube and watch SpongeBob, but he wanted to, we don't have cable, so, he asked to watch cartoons, and I was like, I'll find something, and there might be something on it this time.
Mm-hmm.
But I was going through the channels, found the channel. He said, that's fine, Mom. So I sat there on the couch. He was sitting on the floor, on his bedding, next to brother and sister on the floor, and he was just sitting there. I asked him a couple times here and there, are you okay? Is something still bothering you?
Mm-hmm.
Are you still scared? Do you feel a lot better?
So how long have you been asleep before you think he woke you up, roughly? If you could guess.
I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 hours.
Okay.
Whenever a time-related question is brought up, Gosney tries to slide out of it by saying she's not good with time, but it just doesn't ring true. In this situation, any other parent would at least be making an effort to pin the time down, but Gosney seems to want to move on from the question as quickly as possible.
So if you,
Because, I mean,
what
once I
time
go
did
to
you go to
bed,
bed?
I go to bed at 10. Once I go to bed, I'm out.
Right. So why didn't you tell me all this prior to, before when we were talking? Why didn't you tell me all this story before? Because I just asked you if you remember going upstairs originally when I came in, because that's what I'm being told. And you didn't remember any of that. Now all of a sudden you're remembering detail about him being
I have
scared.
a bad problem with memory issues. I couldn't tell you about, I can't remember day to day.
Okay. You're still not lying. You're lying to me about some stuff. So, did you grow up in church or anything, in the faith? Christian faith?
I remember when I was a little kid that my grandma used to take me to church all the time.
Right. Well, I suspect something accidentally happened, okay, because you are all over the place with your stories, okay? For whatever reason, you're scared and you're not telling me the whole truth, okay? And I understand you being scared. I know you don't know me, okay, but I'm the most honest person that you're ever going to talk to, okay? I'm telling you, it's in your best interest to tell me the entire truth, okay? Or you're going to be in a world of hurt. I'm telling you. No matter what happened. No matter what happened. By telling me the truth goes a long way. It's going to go a long, long way in this process, okay? I know that something either accidental or something happened to James, or you wouldn't be all over the place like this. I've done this a long time, okay? This is all I've done for 27 years, okay, is talk to people. You have to tell me what's going on and what happened, okay, at this point, because James, your boyfriend, is telling a different story than what you're telling. Okay, you're deflecting, you are minimizing stuff, meaning that, you're just not telling me the whole truth. Well, he's breaking down. Okay, he's telling me the whole truth. Okay, so you can sit here and keep lying to me. I can't make you tell me the truth. You know that. You're going to have to take a deep breath and tell me what happened and what's going on here. Because something happened. Okay, there's nothing you're going to tell me that I've not heard a million times over my career, okay? But I need to know the truth, because believe it or not, I know it's an old cliche, the truth is what helps people. The truth is what sets people free Okay? You don't want to live with what's going on here. Okay? You want to tell me the truth. Most people finally tell me, okay, this is what's going on. Okay? That's your choice, hon. Okay? But you know what happened. You know what happened. Only you know, and James knows, but only you're going to be able to get out in front of this the best you can. Okay? I have to see some remorse. Okay? I understand.
Remorse.
Well, I have to see that, okay, I've not been telling you the whole truth. I'm sorry. Remorse means I'm sorry. Okay, I have to, so you understand what I'm saying? This is what happened, and this is the truth. Okay? A 6-year-old just doesn't get up and walk out the door. Okay? There's more to the story than what you're telling me. Okay, I've talked to James. My partner's talked to James extensively. And James is coming off of this slowly. I would suggest for you, just tell me the truth now. He may have told you more now. I don't know. I've been in here with you. Okay? But James he took a deep breath, and I suggest that to you. Take a drink of your pop, take a deep breath, and just tell me what's going on here. Okay? Stuff happens in life. There's no perfect parent. There's no perfect person. I got very pissed off at my kids many, many times over my lifetime, and been aggravated with them to the point where, I could literally choke them out.
I get aggravated with them a lot, but I wouldn't.
Okay, tell me what's going on with the baby. Tell me the truth this time, the entire truth.
Sorry, my anxiety's
I understand that.
off the chart.
I understand that. Okay? And maybe something did happen that you didn't mean for it to happen. But I need to know that. Okay? That's what I'm trying to get out of you. Okay, I talk to parents every day. They do stuff that I understand. Okay, you had a moment of fury. I've been furious with my children before.
How many kids do you have?
I have 3.
Same as me.
Okay, and now mine are adults, 2 married, 1 engaged, but they're adults now. But there was many times that I lost my temper with them severely. Okay. And stuff that I regret doing. Okay, we all have regrets. There ain't nobody in this building that doesn't have regrets and stuff that they made mistakes. There's nobody perfect here. But I need you to tell me what's going on with your boy and tell me what happened truthfully.
The detective is not tiptoeing around the issue. He knows she's lying, and he isn't interested in listening to anything less than the truth. He's also driving home the fact that her boyfriend is giving a completely different story. And if she wants any hope of salvaging any of this, she's going to have to reveal the facts.
Okay? So, you just took a drink of your pop. Tell me what's going on.
Sorry, I'm trying not to get my
You're good.
anxiety to calm down.
Just take a deep breath and just tell me what happened.
Okay. Okay, the kids wasn't listening. Well, kids don't listen. You've probably been there a lot. Well, kids wasn't listening. I tried my best. I don't like yelling and screaming at my kids. Because I feel like if you're yelling and screaming at them, they don't want to listen.
Okay.
So they're more scared of you yelling and screaming at them than wanting to listen to what you're trying to tell them.
Right.
But anyways, we took the kids. I'm sure you did too. But we take kids as like the toys, take them away, put them up until they start coming back to being behaved. They also have a lot of times lying about, I didn't pee myself and stuff like that. The one that's out there, the boy, the son, he likes peeing on himself and kind of, I'm sorry, Mom, but yes, I did. Like 20 minutes later, like, why wasn't you telling me then? But anyways, they wasn't listening. And he thought that James thought I wasn't making him listen.
Right.
Because he's normally at work nonstop. But he thinks they hate him because they don't really listen to him well. sometimes they don't even listen to me, but they're kids.
Sure.
But
We can get into all this stuff, okay? Tell me what happened.
James told me to get rid of the kids.
Okay.
And so, I took them for a drive to make them think I'm going to get rid of them, but I'm not going to get rid of my kids for anybody on this planet. And he told me to get rid of them because they were not listening. He was tired of putting up with it. And I kept telling him, like, I'm not going to get rid of my kids. Like, I can take them, give you a break, and for me and them for a little while, take them for a drive, whatever, but I'm not getting rid of them. They're my kids. I will not do that.
Okay.
And I said if I wanted to do that, I would have gave them up a long time ago. But he kept telling me, either get these kids under control or get rid of them or do something with them. So I tried asking family members to...
So what happened last night? Let's fast forward to that.
We went for a drive. I don't know what road it was.
Okay.
We were just driving around. Well, the kids were going to the bathroom. I had pulled over to this, a little booth.
In Middletown?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little stall or something. A bathroom. I pulled over to the bathroom and let them all use the bathroom. While it was raining and stuff, I left the door unlocked in the van and told them, we'll all go in here, not all of us at once, but each one of us go in here one at a time, use the bathroom. So we went in the bathroom. Well, I couldn't go in there, but when I went to go in the bathroom, I told them, go ahead and just get in the van. Well, James had slipped and fell because his shoes were wet, slippery, and he had hit his head.
While we are closer to the truth, Gosney's story about James slipping and hitting his head is just a little too convenient. If that was what happened, why not just call 911 while you're still in the location, or take him to the ER to have his head checked?
And
did it kill him? Is that what you're telling me? Did the fall hurt him?
Well, I asked him if he was okay. He wouldn't answer me. So I noticed he was breathing kind of heavy. And I thought maybe that's not normal. I've never seen him breathe like that before. Well, he was breathing, I don't know how long he was breathing for, but he had fell and busted his head on the side of the van and trying to get in there. And he was breathing heavy for a couple minutes, and then I tried to do CPR. I couldn't get him.
So he stopped breathing. And where's his body at? You're doing good, okay? Just tell me where his body's at, because I got to go find him. For you, okay? This is called closure now, okay? Where's his body at? Would you take it back home with you?
No, I left it.
You left it? So who's all in the car with you?
All of us.
James, you?
Yes, we always know
Then the
that
three
go
children.
out as a family.
So all five of you?
Yes.
All right. And what park was this, or where was this at in Middletown? Because it would make sense to put, to me, did you put him in a dumpster? Did you just let him lay right there? Was he buried? I mean, that's what I need to know.
I didn't do nothing with him. I just let them lay in the parking lot because it was a plain parking lot. There was, I believe, like water over here or something. And there was one little stall, and I let them just lay on the ground.
Okay. Did James do anything with him? Your boyfriend? I mean, it doesn't make sense just to lay him right there on the ground. So
Well, I left him laying in there on the ground, because
Yeah.
I was gonna call the ambulance, but I was scared, shook up, didn't know what to do.
Okay.
So,
now we need to figure out where this is at.
well, the little boy was laying on the ground. I went to the bathroom, told him, you try real quick, because I couldn't hold myself.
Mm-hmm.
I told him, you try real quick to give him CPR.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to the bathroom, I came out, he was gone.
Okay. What did the other two children say about all this?
Well, they were in the back seat, so they couldn't.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a break here for a second, okay? Take it, relax, okay? I'm gonna go out and talk to James real quick and see if we can't figure out where this is at, okay?
The break is most likely for the detective's benefit as well. It's an emotional punch in the gut to hear a mother describe the death of her child when she can't even be bothered to stay with him while CPR is attempted, and then to later dump his body in a river. Remaining professional after that is difficult.
All right, so James has told me that body was dumped off the bridge, okay, that you guys went together to do that this morning, okay? Is it the Ohio River? Is that what we're talking about, or where?
It's between Indiana and Kentucky.
Between Indiana and
I
Kentucky?
don't really know my ways about.
Okay. Was the body wrapped in anything? Or did you just have clothes on him, or what?
He had clothes on.
Okay.
Do you know what he was wearing?
His red jacket, it's like a camo red jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Black and white shoes.
Reds? Cincinnati Reds?
No, it's just like a plain camo red jacket.
Okay.
Brown, the brown school pants.
Oh, yeah, tan khakis.
Yes, a pair of those, and it was a black and white shirt. I don't remember what was.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long sleeve. I don't remember
Was
what
it
it was.
Batman?
I can't remember exactly what was on the shirt. I just know that's what he had on.
Sure. He had his glasses on? Or did you have his glasses? Where are those?
No, but he has his glasses.
So whenever he went in the water, he had his glasses?
He wears them every day.
Okay.
He's blind.
And you made sure you had them on whenever he...
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now, James tells us a little bit more detail, okay, so I'm gonna get into some of that with you now, okay? And you're starting to come around with honesty, and I need that. That's what's gonna help you, okay? And help us find him. So, one of the differences is James says that he wasn't with you up at the park when all this happened. Is that true or not?
I don't know if it was a park. It was an empty parking lot.
Is it an empty parking lot?
Was it near any water, near a lake?
There was water here. I don't know what it was.
See any boat docks, any boats in the water, anything like that?
Not that I recall.
Okay.
And then there's like woods off to.
If I pulled it up on a map, would you be able to look at it or no? Was there a...
It was, I'm trying to remember the park. Something Run.
Rush Run?
Yeah.
Was it Rush Run?
Yeah.
And you were near the water?
Yeah, it said it was Rush Run Park, but I seen water, so it had to been a lake, or I don't know what it was.
Now, James goes into a little bit more detail what happened to him, what happened to your son. Okay. First off, was James with you when all this happened? Your boyfriend? He was not.
The three kids.
The three kids and you.
Yeah, he told me to go somewhere.
To do what?
To get rid of kids.
To get rid of the kids. Okay. So the truth now is he didn't just slip and bang his head. Okay. Because you've done really good up till now. I need to know precisely how he died, how he passed away. So I know this is a hard part for you. Okay. And I know that you're a mom and you know, I know you have feelings for James, but you're a mom, and you love your children, okay? I'm sure it was one of the hardest things you've done to one of your children.
I've never regretted my kids, ever.
I know. And you went down a wrong path here, and you know that now, okay? Specifically, though.
He was not with me.
Okay.
It was just me and the 3 kids because he said he needed a break or I need to do something with the kids.
Okay. And you were tired of hearing him, or what?
I was tired of listening to it.
Okay.
So I just got up, grabbed my kids, because that's what I think of first is to grab my kids and go.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me I can drive the van.
Okay.
Or whatever.
So he told you to take the van?
Yeah, he told me whatever I wanted to drive, I can take it.
Right.
Because I have my license. So I took the van and was going to the lake, park, whatever it is.
Have you ever been there before? What made you go there? Because it's kind of out of the way.
He has a friend, well, he used to, he no longer does since life and whatever got in an argument. He has a friend named Dean and Ashley that lives somewhere out there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly where, because every time he went down there, that's where he drove. I don't know nothing. I'm a new driver.
So you were kind of familiar with that area from being up at their house?
Yes, kind of not. I remember him stopping once to let one of the kids use the bathroom in his porta potty thing.
Yes.
And so that's why I stopped, because they was like, I gotta pee. And that's the only place I knew around here that I knew for a fact had a little
Had a
bathroom.
porta potty
Because there was no gas station. I couldn't remember no gas stations nearby, and I didn't want them to pee all over.
Sure.
So I stopped at the porta potty, let them, each kid use the bathroom.
Gosney has basically admitted she was going to dump her 3 children, not put them up for adoption, or even leave them with a relative and never come back, but straight up dump them, like an unwanted litter of puppies.
So James went to go get in the van. Well, James didn't want to get out of the van.
Right.
I'm talking about the kid.
Yeah.
He didn't want to get out of the van. And he was forcing me, like, you gotta get rid of these fucking kids, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, dude, why should I have to get rid of my kids? Why can't you just go?
Sure. So he wouldn't get out of the van, and what happened?
And I told him, because he had to use the bathroom too, told him I wasn't going to leave him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was thinking about leaving him, so I kind of like pulled off a little bit, and James fell kind of down on his knees, got back, went to go get back up, and then just dropped.
Did you hit him with the van then?
No, I didn't hit him with no van.
Okay.
I didn't run him over. I didn't do none of that.
Okay. So he hits the van.
He had the van's door slides open.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a handle of the van.
So the door is open?
No, they slide back.
Right.
It's a minivan.
Right.
They slide back. He had the handle of the van, the back door van, on the driver's side. And when I went to go kind of pull off, he didn't have the handle in his hand.
Mm.
It was kind of just like standing there. Not close to the van, but just kind of standing there, holding the van door, trying to get back in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that door is messed up.
Right.
And it don't want to unlock, it don't want to lock. So, I went to go pull off, and James, as I was saying, he fell, tried to get back up, and he fell and hit his head on the ground.
And you were in the parking lot there?
Yes. I'm going to explain it more. If you go in the driveway, I don't remember how to get there.
If we took you up that way, could you show us where
He was at?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually a little, not a big glob of blood, but there's like this much blood,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe it might be even more, where his head had hit the concrete.
Mm-hmm.
And I rolled him over,
Mm-hmm.
kind of try to help him back,
Mhm.
see if I can get him to come back.
Mhm.
Well,
Did you know he was dead pretty soon though?
at first, he was still breathing, like I said. He took a couple, like,
Where was he bleeding from?
right here on the, right
Like,
on the corner of his head, like
so-
he went to fall down,
Was
try
he
to
breathing
catch
out of
it.
his ears or his mouth? And if you don't remember,
He didn't have his mouth open.
Okay.
I know he had his eyes kind of like, you know how you kind of like sleep with your eyes open,
Yeah.
like a tiny bit?
Right.
That's how he had his eyes.
Okay.
So he was like responding, but I guess couldn't talk.
Sure.
But he was breathing heavy. I don't know how many, I couldn't tell you how many breathing fast he was. But when I was with him, he was breathing still. And I was doing my CPR that I learned how to do and try to bring him back. And I couldn't. So I did it for like 5 minutes, and I knew after 5 minutes there was no getting him back.
So what did you do then?
I drove home.
You picked him up, put him in the van?
Yes.
Okay.
He thought I just threw.
Right.
I can't do that to my kid.
Sure.
I don't want to just throw them in there.
Right.
Humans are complicated puzzles. Gosney has admitted to trying to abandon her children, killing James, and will later confess to dumping his body in a river. But she draws the moral line at anyone thinking she tossed his body in the car.
Well, the other
I've
two
never
kids
seen a
said
dead
too.
body before or know how it looks, feels, nothing. So I just kind of like a baby, pick him up, his head and his legs, and sit him in the have you been in the van yet?
I mean, I've seen
Okay.
it.
Well, it
There's
has
no seats.
the back seat,
Right.
and you got that empty spot
Yes.
right here, and then the two front seats. Well, I had laid him nicely, softly. I didn't just throw him in there, because that's just disrespectful.
Right.
And that's my blood child.
Right.
He told me not to tell you guys this, but James's real dad's name is Louis Edward Hutchison. And I can give you his date of birth. You can even call him.
Okay.
I don't have a phone number for him, but you can talk to his ex-wife. I used to date Louis Edward Hutchison. That is who James's biological father is. He told me not to tell you all that. I don't know why, but that's what he told me to tell him. But I was going to tell you guys anyway, because you guys have the right to know he has a dad with the same exact last name as you just heard me say, Louis Edward Hutchison, the same spelling, Lewis, not the U in it. His date of birth is
James.
my son James.
Oh, yeah.
You want to write his name down? His dad's biological dad's name?
You're talking about your
My
son.
son James. His biological
it
father's name is Louis, Lewis, Edward Hutchison, same as James's. And his birthday is 10/12/1989. And the reason why I had left his dad is because he threatened to kill me in my sleep.
Okay.
And I couldn't just stick around to find out if that's really what he was going to do, because he kept saying it over, I'm going to kill you in your sleep, I'm going to kill you in your sleep. So I just...
How long ago did you leave little James's dad?
2 months ago, I'm going to say.
How long have you and James been together? This James?
Almost a year. So we've been together almost a year, so therefore, I can't figure how me and James's real father, we've been together off and on for several years. We were in school.
Right.
And I've known him all my life.
Right.
Well, he came down with this rare seizures, just came out of nowhere. Well, he kept having seizures, like if the kids are yelling too loud or something like that. he kept having seizures just randomly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I told him he needed to go to the emergency room to get checked out, because you don't just have seizures here and there for no reason.
Right.
So he went to got it checked out, and he said it was due to stress and a whole bunch of other stuff. That he is known for seizures, and he was taking medication.
Sure.
Well, there's for a while he wanted to refuse to take his medication, and I told him, well, that's why you have the medication, so you don't keep having the seizures. I said, don't you want your son to know who his dad is?
Right.
And he was like, yeah. So I got him finally to start taking his meds back. And so therefore, his ex-wife's name's Priscilla Hamilton. She goes by Still. She lives at 1229 Woodside Boulevard. And this is where we all used to stay at.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know where James's biological father lives. Only thing I know is Tickwa. I don't know his address, phone number, nothing. The last phone number I had, he changed.
Why didn't he want us to know about James's real dad?
I didn't tell you. He told me to tell you that.
I'm still confused.
Yeah, I am too, a little bit.
Okay, so let me back up a little bit. So you put your son back in the van. You drove where?
Back home.
Back home. What did the other two children, what were they saying or thinking? Did they
They were
question?
just kind of like shook up. They didn't.
Okay.
Where were they at whenever little James fell?
One was coming out the bathroom, and one was just standing there. My daughter was the one just standing there, and she said, Mommy, you didn't run him over, because I was scared. Like, please don't tell me I ran him over, because I would have really, 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 really felt bad.
But at that point, whenever you got standing out there, is coming out of the bathroom.
No, was standing out there, was coming out the
Was
bathroom.
coming out of the bathroom, and then you've got little James over
Yeah,
here.
and the door was open.
But you drove away.
No, I was sitting at the porta potter.
Mhm.
Well, I went to go drive off,
So you
because he told me to make them seem like you're leaving them.
Even if James hadn't died, what Gosney is describing is a dangerous level of emotional abuse. These are very young children, and to make them believe that they would be abandoned is unconscionable.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So your vehicle was in motion.
Well, it was in park, and then I noticed his hand wasn't on the handle, because I looked out the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
His hand wasn't on the mirror, on the handle, and so then I went to kind of like just pull off a little bit.
Just to scare him?
Yeah.
So you're saying that you were there basically to leave them.
Yeah, because he told me to leave him.
And that's fine. I get that you're trying to keep Big James happy by getting rid of your kids.
Well, I was trying to tell him he needed to leave, but
Right. No.
I paid the bills here and all
Let's
that.
stay right here. Just what we're talking about is you go there to drop the kids off, and you're going to leave them there.
No, I don't leave. Like, I don't leave
The park.
park.
Uh-huh. But
I got to the end of the entrance,
okay.
and then turned back around and went back in there and got him.
Okay, but little James was on the ground when you
Yes.
got back.
Yes.
But whenever you left, your initial intentions were to leave them. That's why you went there to begin with. And you were going to leave them and come back to Middletown. Is that what?
No, I was going to leave them and act like I was going to leave them, but I was going to tell him that I left them. And in reality, I didn't.
What were you going to do with them?
I wasn't going to do anything with them, to be honest.
Well, if you took them...
I took them to there, because he told me to take them somewhere and drop them off.
To get rid of them?
Yes.
Forever?
So I couldn't get rid of my kids.
And I don't doubt that a bit. I don't doubt that a bit. But that's where, and honey, you've been through a lot. And
well, I was raised when I was a kid and all this stuff.
Right. Well, we're just focus on whatever we're really discussing now. Okay? You're kind of getting all over the place here. exactly what you were thinking. Why? Because from what you've said, and please correct me if I'm wrong,
Okay.
James told you, I want the kids gone, I don't want to see them no more.
Yes.
So
He even told me, because I told him just go upstairs.
okay,
Your room,
okay,
go to
but
bed.
listen, but when you loaded up in the car with the kids, you left Crawford Street with all 3 kids.
Yes.
James was in that house.
Yes.
He wanted you to take them somewhere and never bring them back.
Yes.
Okay. So you're confused. You care about James.
And I also.
You care about James, right?
Yes.
So you take off driving. Did you go kind of straight to Rush Run?
Well, he told me where to go to.
Okay, so he told you to take them to Rush Run.
I didn't know what the name of
Sure,
the place was.
but you knew what he was talking about. So you get to Rush Run, and did you tell them, hey, hop out and pee, or did they?
Well, at first they said I have to pee. I said, okay, well, go ahead and go to the bathroom. And I figured that was the best time.
Did you get out of the car, or did you stay in the car?
I got out. Well, no, I was in the car, and I didn't get out until I went back to get changed.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So you're in the car.
Yes, waiting on them to come
did
out.
you have your seatbelt on?
Yes.
Did you ever take it off at that point?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay, so all the kids get out of the van.
Yes.
Are both doors open?
Just the driver back door.
The driver's side sliding door is open. So that one opens up.
The two kids got out. The ones out here. They got out. Yes, James was in the back seat.
And he didn't want to get out.
He acted like he was asleep. So I just nicely picked him up, set him outside on the ground.
So you did get out of your van, or did you stay in the van?
Well, at first I stayed in the van.
Okay.
And then I noticed James didn't want to
He
get out.
didn't want to get out.
So I got out the van, unbuckled. Well, I unbuckled and got out of the van.
Sure.
Then got back there and grabbed James.
Did you go in through the door? You got out and you went in through the side door.
The side back door, yes.
Right. And you lifted him out.
Yes.
Set him on the ground.
Yes. I didn't throw him or anything. I just set him out.
Sure. Nobody's saying you did. So once he's on the ground, what happens then?
I went to go pull off.
So
He had already used the bathroom, came back out.
So you put him on the ground, you get back in the car, and then he walks around the front of your car or the back of your car?
My car was like this, and the bathroom's literally right here.
Gosney keeps having to backtrack her actions, which means things probably didn't happen exactly as she's describing. It's an attempt to make herself look better, but in this case, that is pretty much impossible.
Sure, okay.
So he just walks to the door.
So you pulled in, and your face is in the woods.
No, it's the water.
Okay.
The woods is here, the water's here.
All right.
And then there's the road to out that way.
This is... All right, I just had it. Where the hell's it at? Here we go.
It's called Russian Run Lake, I think.
Yep. Go there all the time. So right here, here's the water. Here's the road that you came in on. Okay?
Okay, where did you say the water was again?
Right here. That's water.
Okay.
So there's usually the porta potties right there. Does that look familiar?
Kind of does. And then is there a driveway going this way?
Yes, it actually goes this way.
So I was parked at the parking spot. They were there.
So did you pull into a spot?
It was down this way, those lines were kind of faded.
Yeah, so you parked kind of down this way.
It was close to the bathroom, but not close enough.
So you were actually nosed in. You were pointing towards the water. So you got two kids over here, and then you've got James milling about. Let's say that's you right there.
Okay.
And you got James milling about over here, right? Is that right?
Yes.
So where was James whenever you backed up and pulled out? Little James.
Well, I wasn't all the way into the parking spot. I was just halfway there, not all the way there. I went to I didn't even have to back up, I just went to go this way.
So you just went to loop around
Yes.
and pull, okay.
And he didn't have a handle when I looked out my mirror.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to go pull away, I'm guessing he had the handle.
Right.
And then I went to go drive off, and he, of course,
Sure.
had a handle. When I looked, he didn't have it. And then he was...
So real quick, so here's the porta potty, there's the water, here's the road coming in. Let's say, so you're parked kind of like that. Okay?
Yeah, with my headlights this way,
Yeah,
towards the water.
towards the water. So you
And I
got
wasn't all the way in the parking lot.
Sure, so you got a little bit of room there.
Yes.
So show me where James was whenever you put it in drive.
He was like right off to here, like he's
And-
tall enough he can reach over and grab a handle.
But he wasn't touching the handle.
No,
So then, which way did you pull out? Did you
I
go?
just went like this,
Okay.
because there was plenty enough room to do
Sure.
that.
So you pulled forward, looped around to the left. The other kids are where?
By the stall.
They're over by the big porta potty.
Yes.
And then, at what point did you see James on the ground?
I want to say when I went to, I heard kids screaming. I don't remember. I thought it was for sure Rachel, but they both could have been screaming. I don't know.
Why were they screaming? Because you were leaving them?
Yes,
Okay.
because they knew I wasn't never just going.
Sure.
So, they were standing by the bathroom stall, whatever it is, and James was kind of standing close to them, but not that close.
Sure.
And as I showed you on the paper, I just went around him and didn't realize he had the handle.
Did you
And-
see him grabbing a handle?
No,
Okay. You're just.
but when I kind of
assuming.
I'm assuming he grabbed the handle because I kind of pulled him a little bit, not much, and he got up and then fell back down. I guess I kind of probably made him hurt his knee on the ground or something, and he lost his balance, and he tried to catch his balance. He didn't get to,
Right.
and he fell and busted his head on the ground.
And you drove back to the,
I didn't drive back to the house. I went back to get him.
how far away did you get?
Just go down the road a little bit.
Even if Gosney hadn't seen him grab the door, there's virtually no way that she could have missed him screaming, as any kid would do when they're being pulled by a car. Maybe she thinks it makes her look less guilty, or maybe she mentally can't handle saying these facts out loud. But either way, there are things being left out of the story.
So, keeps moving on me. There we go. So, here's the road. This is the main entrance. Let me go back to satellite. That's the main entrance, and that's parked a lot. Okay? So, that's the main entrance.
Well, you come out the driveway, I remember turning this way.
You turn left.
Yeah. And then I only went, there's like this little cutoff kind of like pull off to the side of the road. Well, I went there and just turned back around and I went back.
Did you sit there at the pull-off at any length of time?
No, I just,
Okay.
I
So when
was
you
just
come
like,
back, he's on the ground?
yes, I was like, you know what? I'm not leaving my kids. She can just get mad, leave, whatever.
Right. What day did this happen?
Friday.
What time?
I want to say 2, 3 o'clock
In the
In the
afternoon? Or was it
in the morning.
at night?
In the morning.
Like at dark?
Well, it was dark outside, yes.
Yes.
But it was,
2 to 3 a.m. in the morning.
So
Yeah.
was it Thursday night into Friday morning, 3 a.m., or was it Friday night into Saturday morning, 3 a.m.?
Friday night into Saturday a.m.
Okay, so it was actually Saturday morning at 3 a.m.,
Yes,
and it was dark.
Yes.
Okay.
I couldn't see nothing, it was raining.
Yeah, okay. How big was the blood spot?
I want to say about half the size of my purse that sits on the ground.
So make a circle with your fingers and just like this. Show me up like this. I can see it.
Like that.
A little bit smaller than a basketball.
I want to say about a basketball.
About a basketball?
It could be a little bit smaller. I didn't really.
What the blood look like? Was it thick and chunky? Or was it
I
just...
didn't really, to be honest, I really didn't pay attention to the blood. I was more worried about trying to get him back.
Sure.
So when you got back home with James, you come back with the kids. How do you bring James? Do you just carry James into the house, or does James go out and get him?
I carried him in.
Okay.
Where are the clothes at that you were wearing when you carried him in?
Sitting on top of a laundry basket.
Are they dirty?
Yeah.
They got blood on them?
Mm-hmm.
What were you wearing?
Gray Aeropostale sweatpants.
Mm-hmm.
And a pink shirt. It was like this color pink. Maybe a little bit
A
lighter.
hoodie? Was there a hoodie? Was it a sweatshirt?
No, it was just a t-shirt, and then I had my pink and whatever, it's a coat.
The jacket?
Yeah.
Were you wearing those shoes?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
So I got like 4 or 5 pairs of shoes.
Right, I got you.
So you carry the boy back inside.
Mm-hmm.
Have you already contacted James and told him what happened? Okay, by text or by call?
It was a text.
You sent him a text?
Yes, and then he called me, told me to bring him back because he couldn't get James to listen. And James had bruises on him from him hitting him. He's never hit me.
Right.
Ever. But, okay, listen.
Where were the bruises at?
Face, I want to say all over. Cover the hood.
From James hitting your son? Okay.
Trying to punish him, basically.
Did he hit the other 2 children?
Sometimes.
Looks like she's got remnants of a black eye.
No, he's never hit her in the eye, but...
Has he ever hit her in the face or nose?
Actually, yes, because he kind of like punches them, like they lie. He kind of either punches them or smacks them in the
When
mouth.
was the last time he punched her? Because that looks like she's got a black eye.
I want to say like a couple of days ago.
Okay. What did she do to get in trouble for that?
Lying.
Okay.
I kept trying to tell him lying not a sin. That's their kids, that's what they do.
Right. Sure.
You'll eventually catch them in the truth later on down the line.
You'll eventually catch them in the truth later on down the line. Gosney doesn't seem to be aware of the irony of her statement, given the current situation.
Okay. So you bring the kid back, you carry the kid in, and then what happens? Where do you put the kid? Where do you put James?
I just laid him on when you walk in the door, that room right there, on the floor.
The front, when you walk in the front
The living
door?
room.
Yes, the front room.
So the living room
or
with
the
the couch.
couches, yes.
You laid him
I
there?
laid him on the floor,
Okay.
the bare floor,
Mm-hmm.
and he took him upstairs
James took him upstairs.
and put him in the bedroom.
What time was it?
I want to say like a couple minutes once I got back and carried him in. He took him upstairs and put him in the bedroom.
Like in a closet where?
It was on the floor. There's a window here and a window here. You put it right there on the floor.
Okay, so as I go up the steps, there's 2 bedrooms.
The straight.
Keep going straight. The straight bedroom. Okay. And you just, where at on the floor? Where at in there?
Right there on that, not this front window, but the side window.
Okay. Okay. Well, gonna give you a few minute break, and then we'll be right back.
Do you need anything? You need to go to the
Break?
restroom? You need anything?
I wish I had my anxiety meds.
What are these called?
Hydroxyzine, which take them 3 times a day.
Right.
There it is. All right, cool. Knock on the door if you need something. All right.
Okay.